So we're going to do a little guided meditation, and this isn't meant to be anything too serious. It's just what I do to remind myself that I'm really just a small little being in this big web of humanity floating around on a rock in the universe. So you could be in a seated position with something kind of propped underneath your butt. That's what I was doing with the yoga mat. Or you could be laying down with your legs up on something. You could do this while you're walking. It really doesn't matter. The only advice I will give is that if there's any possible way to have sunshine on your body, it's a really, really good idea. The sun is healing. So, first, you're just going to come into your body. And I know that sounds kind of stupid, like, well, where else could I be? But oftentimes, when we experience pain or discomfort, it's really easy to dissociate from our body. And it's easy, but it's also adaptive, right? This is how we survive through things that are shitty. But right now, what does your body feel like in space? What do your clothes feel like touching your skin? What does your hair feel like coming off your head? What does your tongue feel like in the back of your throat, on the inside of your mouth? I want you to let your jaw completely relax. And the relaxed position of your jaw is where the tongue is on the roof of your mouth. Your teeth are separated, but your lips are still together. And then I want you to go with me on a little journey. I find science to be one of the easiest ways for me personally to connect to this feeling. This feeling that there's something bigger than me and that it's okay that we're not really ever enough all by ourselves because we aren't by ourselves, that we're living in a collaborative universe. And the first thing I want you to ponder is just a realization of how much of our body is actually made up of space. We get so attached to the structure because we live in it and we use it and we touch it and we move things around. But in all reality, most of our body is empty space. To conceptualize this a little bit further, if you were at the very center of a full-size football stadium, that's where the nucleus of your cell would be, which is just the center of the center of the atom. So it's even smaller than a cellular level, right? It's the individual atoms themselves. The nucleus is at the center of this football stadium, and there's electrons in orbits orbiting around the nucleus, very similar to the solar systems outside of us, little solar systems inside of us. And to really grasp the reality of how much space is in between there, the nucleus is at the center of this football field, and the first orbiting electron isn't until the parking lot. And that is the relative distance of the space that makes up your body, that makes up all the things around us. Does that change the consistency of your skin? Does that change where your point of view or your perspective is? And as you sit with that, I want you to see if you can let that allow you to realize that the elements of your body are really not that dissimilar from the elements of the air right on the surface of your body. And see if you can kind of let the separation get fuzzy in your mind. Feeling a fuzziness around the edge or the perceived edge of the cells of your skin and then the cells of the air, letting them fuzz into each other a little bit. And I want you to go a little bit further. So you're about an inch away from your skin everywhere on your body. And then go a little bit farther, feeling down into the floor or the ground underneath you and up a little further into whatever space is around you. And then I want you to keep going further and further until you sense really where you are in space. Like, what city are you in? Are there certain mountainous features around? Is there a body of water or a river nearby? Can you get far enough outside of your body that you can actually feel the spot of the earth that you're inhabiting in a broader way? And then go up even a little bit further, kind of looking down on your city, your area, your geography from higher above and higher until the whole earth itself is something that's kind of small in just one part of your perspective. And feel the vastness of the space that's outside of the earth. Letting it remind you how small but also how big you are. And just like all of the space that's inside of your body, there's all this space outside. I want you to take 3 long, slow, deep breaths because you're fucking alive.